Alright, welcome back for some more easy blues harmonica, and today we're going to just talk about sitting in, because guys, I am super happy. I got to sit in with Ash Grunwald last night. Ash is a bit of a legend of the Australian blues scene. I've known him, he used to be a radio presenter on Triple J, which was like the youth radio network in Australia. He's had albums out since about 2002. He's got 15 albums now. I've seen Ash a lot, and honestly, I've always wanted to play with him, being pretty much like a lifelong ambition. I'm here in Jason Ricky in the Bad Kind, got my Bad Kind shirt on. So yeah, guys, super stoked. So sitting in with other people, like, what do you do and how do you do it? Like, how did I get this sort of thing to happen? Well, Ash is actually the only person that I've ever asked to play with. He put out a message on, well, firstly, tour was like announced like sort of several months ago, so I had tickets for the local show in Townsville. A couple of months before, he put out a message on Facebook saying any local acts that want to do support, get in touch with him. So we did. I got in touch with like our duo Blues Naked, and was literally just sort of doing a follow-up. I hadn't heard sort of anything back message-wise, so I thought it was probably fairly likely that we didn't get the support act thing. So I just sort of sent him a message saying, really looking forward to seeing him in Townsville, had tickets and everything. And he sent me back a message saying, well, bring along something to play a song in D. So wasn't 100% sure if I was going to play or not, but got a message, got an offer, so I was pretty excited about that. So what did I do? Ash has got like about 15 albums. I owned quite a lot of them. And basically, my teacher Jason always used to sort of say, practice when you get nervous. And I get like really nervous before I play. So what I decided to do was I thought I'll just keep listening to all of Ash's albums. So in this month, about sort of 3 weeks, I've listened to about 900 songs from Ash. Had a lot of them on repeat. Quite like Every Day. That's an old one. He doesn't sort of play a lot anymore, but it wasn't in D, so I wasn't too sure if he'd play that. There's a few others I sort of thought could be cool with harp. He sometimes plays with harp players, and he's very good solo acts. Like for a lot of the songs, when you listen to them, they're pretty full, and there's not actually anywhere to like add in a harmonica. But anyhow, so like Ash is coming, and as it gets closer, he announces that the support act is Mark Hillman, musician, who's a local guy here in Townsville, and someone that I've played with in a couple of bands over the years now. We're sort of in the same community. So I was really happy for Mark. Mark's just like released a single at the moment. So Mark Hillman, musician, check him out on all Spotify, Tidal, all those sort of places. And so I was really happy that like at least had a friend that was playing the support sort of thing. So that was cool. Sent him like a little message of congratulations. Let him know like I was possibly playing with Ash, like sitting in for a song. And he said, "Oh, sweet man, if you're down there, why don't you jump up and play a few songs with me?" And so I thought, okay, cool, that'll be sort of interesting. So worked out a few little bits and pieces, worked out times to sort of get there and everything. And so basically I took all my gear. So I still haven't talked to Ash at this stage. So as a like aspiring sort of touring musician, we tend to have a lot of everything. And important for you guys, you don't need to get all this stuff to get out there. Like you just acquire these sort of things over time. So like personally, so I've got like my guitar amplifier, I've got a PA system, so I took a part of a foldback speaker. I took a foldback speaker, I should say. Got my pedal board, which you've sort of seen in a few different sort of photos, and got all my harmonicas and things. So got down there, had a chat to like the sound guys, doing sound engineers. With these sort of touring acts, it's like local sound engineers, often with like sort of one person from the touring artist. So having a chat to those guys, everything was sort of getting set up. Now, Ash had actually like got a sore knee at the moment, so no one had sort of seen much of Ash. Like Ash was sort of like getting ready off in the green room, those sort of things. So we all sort of set up, we were talking it with the guys, and Mark said, "I'll get you to jump up for me." Now, as a harmonica player, in my opinion, the most annoying thing is harmonica players constantly pestering people saying, "Hey, can we play, can we play, can we play?" If you're out there in the scene and people like you, they will ask you. So Mark was one that was asking me. But I said, "Hey man, look, I know this is a really important gig for you. Like, you're on the bill. You've got your single to do your promotion for." I said, "Look, love to play with you. It's always fun. Get me up if you want to, but like, don't be concerned about me." And so he's like, "Yeah, no, sweet man, I want to play some stuff. We'll get you up there." So, okay, cool. So getting ready for sound check, no one's sort of seen Ash, like venues ready. We got down there about sort of 6 o'clock, show doors open to 8. Ash is on about sort of like 9:30. Mark's going to kick things off around 8:30 with his song. So yeah, he's getting up there playing some tunes. It's really sort of cool. I'm relaxing. He yells out, "Hey, do you want to come up and play a song?" So like, yep, up we sort of go. And he says, "I've only sort of played for 15 minutes yet." Well, I do a really long jam. Now, I haven't played with Mark for possibly over 12 months at this stage, but we've played together previously. And guys, like, it's really just the things that, like, I sort of talk about in this channel. You know, like, get the rhythm established, listen to, like, your other guitarists, listen to the people in the band. And, like, as a harmonica, we're an accompanist. Like, we're not the entire focus of the show. Like, we usually get kick goals with the solos and things like that. Like, we're sort of the add-on. We do a bit of that lead guitarist role. But, like, we are not the main event. Like, your singers, your guitarists, the rhythm section, they basically set it all up, and we're just there to sort of like, kick the goal and finish it off at the end. So Mark's playing along. We just do a little bit of a jam sort of thing. Now, interestingly, I tend to zone out when I play, and I don't actually sort of like notice a lot of things. Like, you're pretty much in the moment. You're trying as hard as you possibly can. Everything's sort of, talk about that flow sort of state. Like, you've practiced heaps. Everything's sort of coming through you as you play. So it turns out our little jam sort of went for about 15 minutes. I've actually got a recording of it there. So we played a couple of songs, having a great sort of time, and towards the end, actually, there was a bit of an issue with the sound. I lost about like 20 decibels off my harp board. The sound guy sort of said to me later. So like, really dropped a lot of volume. And yeah, so they sort of said, "Oh, we haven't done our sound check yet for Ash. Ash is coming on soon." So we finished up there, and I sort of said, sorry. So the sound guy sort of said, "Oh, have you even met Ash yet?" I said, "No, we've only really just exchanged messages." He says, "Oh, I can take you out to show. I'll take you out to him if you want." And I said, "Oh man, look, like personally, I get really, really anxious before I play. So I tend to sort of think that other people feel the same. And for me personally, the last thing I'd really want to do before I play something is meet some random dude off the street. Like, it sounds weird, but my focus has always been on, I'd like to be able to just get up on stage and play a song that I've never heard before. Like, that's pretty much what I want to be able to do. So it's not a big problem to have not played the songs before. What's actually the hardest is you've played them a couple of times and you're trying to repeat ideas and things that you've sort of had. Like, there's a lot of memory in that there. But like I said, when it's like instantaneous in that flow, like, things just sort of like go along if they sort of go. So I said, "Sweet, it'd be nice to sort of see Ash beforehand, but if not, doesn't matter, man. I'll just be sort of there, just wave if you want me. What sort of happens, happens." So Ash has come up on stage, giving us a bit of a wave as he's like sort of walked past, set up all the gear and his gear and everything, and off he sort of goes into his set list. And I'm having a blast because, like, honestly, I really like these songs and I've listened to them a lot recently. So yeah, having a good time. Everything sort of goes through, finishes off the set, crowd loves it, everyone's having a great time. And sort of says, "Oh, encore," everyone's like, "Encore, encore, play some more, play some more." And he's like, sort of, "Have we got the harp player here?" So that's me. So I've got a recording of this sort of part for you guys, and I'll sort of cut into that in a little bit. But yeah, so jump up on stage, and remember, like, the instructions were, have a harmonica, play something in the key of D. So I like sort of jumped up, got one harp. I've casually flipped open the lid on the harp case because, I do have a few unusual things. And this is my gig harp case. Now, twice this year, I must admit, I've been asked to sit in with bands to play a single song, and when I've turned up there, it's turned out it's been in a totally different key than what I was expecting. So I carry this when I play gigs. So I've got 2 full sets of chromatic harmonicas, so main keys, the sharp keys, an extra set of customs, and then a set of low harps. So there's an excessive amount of harmonicas in there, but it means I can play anything. So Ash sort of said, "Yeah, we'll play one in D." I'm going, "Sweet, no worries, play whatever key you like." Gets up there and play the first note, you'll sort of see it. I immediately know it's wrong. Like, it's not actually an out note, like it's not out of the scale, but it's certainly not the root note. So I've sort of hit it, hit it again. I've hit the flat third, or what should be the flat third, and yeah, she's definitely out of key. So I'm like, I'm going to have to ask him and say, "Hey, this is in D." So a bit of cognitive dissonance there. It's like, I know it's wrong. So I sort of walk up to him and like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, the guitar's tuned down 2 steps. It's in C." So now, funny technical sort of thing with C, I like to play in the second position. C is one of the most annoying keys to play in on harmonica. This is a low F Margie. She's customised. I love the low Fs because they've got the nice chuggy sound. Like I play in G a lot, and like low F is super, super cool. The problem with low F though is they're pretty heavy reeds, and it's, in my opinion, not the best harp for playing a lot of fast, articulate sort of solos. High F, on the other hand, is a really high piercing harmonica, and it cuts like hell through everything. So personally, I don't like to vamp on a high F, and I don't like to solo on a low F. So I couldn't even find the high note then. So what I generally do if I'm playing in C is I'll have both of them. So I'll chug along on the low F, play on the high F. Sometimes I'll hold them in like hands like this. Sometimes, but I'll swap back and forth between them. So we're playing in C, which is my least favourite key. It's on harps that I very rarely play. But hey, we've got the key established, and Ash says, sweet, let's jump into a bit of a boogie. And this is the important part for this channel, is like, have a listen to the song and you will hear that it is very much just a basic sort of boogie. So 2 draw, 3 draw half step bend, 4 blow. That sort of boogie sound. So we get our rhythm established, we lock in together, and off we sort of go, play a few solos, drag out the high harp for the solos. And the solo, again, something I wanted to sort of mention to you guys, is just a really simple minor pentatonic scale solo. Now, when I play, I can play really fast, because like obviously Jason Rickey is my teacher. I tend at the moment in my career to like using the really fast stuffs for little tiny embellishments when the singer's sort of singing. So you'll hear me, I'll throw in a few of my little like fast triangles and those sort of things that I like. When I play solos though, I tend to play a little bit slower and a little bit more melodically, and I like simple things. Main reason for that is I used to play a song called 16 Tons, and it laid out really nicely for this really fast, really technical harp solo that I absolutely loved playing, and I'd finish and no one would ever clap. Like, it was super fast, it was super technical, but it didn't really sort of suit the speed of the song, and it didn't have a lot of emotion in it. Like, it didn't have, you know, that sort of, you know, yeah, like it was, you know, when guitarists get up and just shred really, really quickly, saxophonists do the same sort of things, we play millions of sort of notes, like you lose that emotional sort of feel. So have a listen to the solo that I do in this with Ash. Really sort of simple. It's outlining that minor pentatonic scale that I've done before, and you hear it when it stops, and I'm doing that descending solo. It's just a simple scale, but every single person in that room, as soon as I start to descend, they know that what it's going to sound like at the end. They're waiting for it, and the only thing I've got to do is just deliver it. And that's what I talk about with like harmonica, like, you know, the singer, the guitarist, the band sets it up for you, and you just get to step up for the easy solo, just go bang, and the crowd goes wild. Like, they absolutely love the sound of harmonica. So yeah, enjoy me jumping up on stage with Ash. I'm going to leave in the bit where we change keys, because that's sort of pretty educational. So yeah, guys, it's a magic little thing. I'm really quite impressed with like a tiny little instrument like this, just giving me so much joy throughout my life. And you know, thank you for listening to me prattle on about this sort of stuff. Like, if you're still here and watching this, you're making a difference to my life. Like, it really means something to me that I can like help you guys play some harmonica, and it'd make me like so happy if you get up on stage with your heroes and play and feel like I do today. So get out there, have some fun.
Work our way into this one. C. It would be D, but I just remembered that my whole guitar's tuned down. Sorry about that, man.
Of course you saw all the harps together.
I thought I'd be a smart will. Now I'm tired of reacting. I need something that's real. Well, if you want my connection, give me something with feel. Lord, give me something with feel. Yeah, the hungry man has but one problem, but when it satisfies that need, thousand thoughts crowd around him, and the ego beginning to feed. I'm tired of reacting. I need something that's real. Well, if you want my connection, give me something with feel. Lord, give me something with feel. Yeah. Yeah, and now they're crying out for your attention, and the distractions do abound. Well, we give you this one solid promise. We sit here and lay it down. Well, I'm tired of reacting. I need something that's real. Well, if you want my connection, give me something with feel. Lord, give me something with feel.